Good afternoon, student. As in our online class, we have already started second chapter, that is friends and foes. So in that we have discussed the concept of microorganisms, varieties of microorganisms, classification of microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae, and at last we have discussed about the concept of virus. Okay. So in that we have discussed, this is the types of bacteria that you can see how it looks like. Then we have discussed about the where do microorganisms live. Then microorganisms and us, what is the connection between us. Then we have discussed friendly approach of microorganisms. Some microorganisms are like they are very helpful. Okay. With the help of these microorganisms, we can convert curd, milk into curd. We can make idli, we can make dosa, we can some fermentation kind of food we can able to make with the help of this microorganisms. Not only that, in first chapter we have seen that some microbes are very useful in the process of increase in the soil fertility by fixing the nitrogen from the atmosphere. So these are the some bacteria, so these are the some microbes which are very useful. Okay, making of curd and bread, that also we have discussed. Activity 3, that also we 2.3, that also we have discussed. Then we have discussed commercial use of microorganisms. Commercial means if you want to take any benefits from that activities, that kind of activities are known as commercial based activity or commercial use of activity. That I have explained that if you are making food for your family, that is not a commercial, but you are opening a restaurant and then you can use your skill of making skill of cooking, that is your commercial use of your hobby. Okay. So then we have seen what is the fermentation. After fermentation you are getting some smell from that particular object. If you have a idli kheera, you can smell it, you are able to smell something. So that smell is just because of that fermentation is done on that. That's why you are getting that kind of smell. Then medicinal use of microorganisms. Okay, some microorganisms, with the help of that we are making the antibiotics which is given to the patient when he or she is suffering from some kind of disease. Okay, but for a little, suppose you have a cough and cough, normal cough and cold, and you are taking the heavy dose antibiotics. Okay, that is not at all advisable because it will not affect when you have actually a serious cough and cold. That time that antibiotics will not help you. Okay, so that also I have discussed. Now what do you mean by vaccine? Before that, let's discuss medicinal use of microorganisms. We have discussed that what is the concept of antibiotics, and I ask you to write down the definition. These days a number of antibiotics are being produced from bacteria and fungi. Streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin are some of the commonly known antibiotics which are made from fungi and bacteria. The antibiotics are manufactured by growing specific microorganisms and are used to cure a variety of diseases. That also I have discussed in online classes. Okay, if you want to make a medicine, particular medicine, specific kind of microorganisms are developed in the laboratory itself. They are not going outside in the field and find that particular microorganisms or bacteria or fungi, bring them in the laboratory and then make a medicine. No, they develop such kind of microbes in the laboratory itself and then use that microbes to make the medicine. Such kind of medicines are used to control many plant diseases also. Now see the concept of vaccine. When a disease carrying microbes enters in our body, the body produces antibodies to fight against that disease. The body also remembers how to fight the microbes if it enters again. That is the main work of antibiotics. Okay, in advance we are taking that vaccine. Nowadays you know that just because of the corona we are taking vaccine, though we don't have any kind of such disease. Why? When such kind of virus enter in our body, that time these antibodies are that time that antibodies are help us to fight against that disease. If dead or weakened microbes are introduced into a healthy body, the body fights and kills the invalid bacteria by producing suitable antibodies. The antibodies remain in the body and be protected from the disease causing microbes forever. This is how a vaccine works. This is how a vaccine works. Several diseases including cholera, tuberculosis, smallpox and hepatitis can be prevented by vaccination. So many years back, such kind of diseases are very dangerous. But due to the vaccination process, now they are under control. So now you can understand vaccination is a very useful thing. Nowadays so many people are afraid of taking vaccine of corona, but you should take, if you are above 18 years, you should take such kind of vaccines which protect you from such kind of disease. In your childhood you must have been given injections to protect yourself against several diseases like polio, 2 बूंद जिंदगी के. Till the 5 years age, each and every child is given a polio dose. Why? So that their body can fight against this such kind of disease, polio. You may take help from your parents. Okay, बचपन से लेके 5 साल तक जितनी भी वैक्सीन दी जाती है उसका रिकॉर्ड आपके पेरेंट के पास होगा ही. So you can ask and you can just understand why it is very important and why it is very useful. It is essential to protect all children against this disease. Necessary vaccines are available in the nearby hospitals. You might have seen the advertisement on TV and newspapers regarding protection of children against polio. Under the Pulse Polio program, polio drops given to children are actually a vaccine. This vaccine is given through the mouth. A worldwide campaign against smallpox has finally led to its eradication from most parts of the world. Just because of such kind of vaccination program, nowadays it is very rare to see the smallpox disease in various countries. Some countries are actually free from smallpox disease just because of the regular vaccination of polio and smallpox. These days vaccines are made on a large scale from microorganisms to protect humans and other animals from several diseases. Now some microbes are very useful in the increase of the fertility of the soil. So some bacteria are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen and increase its fertility, and these microbes are commonly called biological nitrogen fixers. We know that plants cannot take nitrogen directly from the atmosphere, but it has a capacity to absorb nitrogen from the water. Okay, that's why some bacteria are useful to just fix that nitrogen from the atmosphere. That nitrogen is converted in such a way that they are able to mix with the water. That water is absorbed by the roots of the plants, and this way this nitrogen go into the plant. It's a very long process, but still it is very helpful for the growth of the plant. Not only that, for the soil fertility also it is very helpful. Now see the nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria, blue-green algae. Now cleaning the environment. Buju and Paheli had observed the school gardener making manure along with their friends. They collected waste plants, wastage of plants, vegetables and fruits from nearby houses and gardens. They put them in a pit meant for waste disposal. After some time it decomposed and got converted to manure. Buju and Paheli wanted to know how this had happened. Okay, so take 2 pots and fill that half with soil, mark them A and B, put plant waste in pot A and things like polythene bags, empty glass bottles and broken plastics toys in pot B. Put the pots aside, observe them after 3-4 days. Yes, of course we can say that in pot A it is converted into the manure, in pot B it is remain as it is. Okay, so do you find any difference? So this is the difference. The plant waste has been converted into manure by the action of microbes. Some remains of plants like leaves, stems, flowers, fruits, if remains it as it is, it will get spoiled after some times. That spoiling is nothing but it is start decomposing and ultimately it converted into manure. Manure means fertilizer. Did you notice that in pot B, the polythene bags, empty glasses, bottles and broken toy parts did not undergo any such change? The microbes could not act on them and convert them into manure. We have learned biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste in lower standard, if you remember. You often see large amounts of dead organic matter in the form of decaying plants and sometimes dead animals on the ground. You find that they disappear after some time. Where it goes? This is because the microorganisms decompose dead organic waste of plants and animals, converting them into simple substance, and this substance are again used by other plants and animals. Thus, microorganisms can be used to degrade the harmful and smelly substance and thereby clean up the environment. See, very simple and common thing I am telling you in the field, not in the any kind of forest. I am talking about the in the field where there is no take care, no one is there to take care of that particular place, like a forest. Okay, there if any plant is not any leaves are there, any plant is not just because of any reason many plants are broken and we stay on the ground as it is, all the leaves, all the flowers, fruits, whatever it is, they will be lying on the ground as it is. No one is going there and clean that things. But after some times if you visit that place, you are able to see that there is nothing. अगर कोई पेड़ टूट जाता है वहीं के वहीं रहता है at all, so after sometimes you are unable to find that particular plants on that particular place where it goes. So it is decomposed by such kind of bacteria. If any animals died in such particular area, then no one is going and caring of that particular area. So after some times you can find that there is no dead bodies. Where they go, they will be decomposed by the decomposers. They will convert them into small and simpler substance which can mix in the soil. Okay, so this way they can just clean the environment. A harmful microorganisms. Microorganisms are harmful in many ways. Some of the microorganisms cause disease in human beings, plants and animals. Such disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. And some microorganisms spoil food, clothing and leather. In monsoon season, if you observe, there is a fungus on your leather belt, fungus on your leather purse. Okay, it spoils the food very easily because they are getting the very familiar atmosphere, familiar condition for the development of such kind of bacteria and fungi. This is causing microorganisms in humans. Pathogens enter our body through the air we breathe, the water we drink or the food we eat. Only 3 things are there. You can observe that during the monsoon season many kind of diseases are you can observe many kind of disease in this particular season, because this is the favorable condition of all kind of microorganisms and fungi. They can also transmitted by direct contact with an infected person or carried by an animal. Microbial disease that can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food or physical contact are called communicable disease. This also you have learned, communicable and non-communicable disease. Examples are cholera, common cold, chickenpox and tuberculosis. When a person suffering from common cold sneezes, fine droplets of moisture carrying thousands of viruses are sprayed in the air, and the virus may enter the body of a healthy person while breathing and cause infection. There are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease-causing microbes. Housefly is one such carrier. The flies eat on the garbage and animal excreta. Pathogens stick to their bodies. When these flies eat on uncovered food, they may transfer the pathogens. Whoever eats the contaminated food is likely to get sick. So, it is advisable to always keep food covered. Avoid consuming uncovered items of food. Another examples of a carrier is the female Anopheles mosquitoes, which carries the parasites of malaria, that is Plasmodium. Female Aedes mosquito acts as a carrier of dengue virus. How can we control the spread of malaria or dengue? All mosquitoes breed in water, so we should avoid the collection of water in particular place. Stagnant water is a house of such kind of mosquitoes. Hence, one should not let water collect anywhere, in coolers, tires, flower pot, etc. By keeping the surroundings clean and dry, we can prevent mosquitoes from breeding. During the monsoon season, this is the season where the mosquitoes breed very highly. The rate of breeding of mosquito is very high. Try to make a list of measures which help to avoid the spread of malaria. These tables, some diseases are, name of disease are given, microorganisms which is responsible for this, and the mode of transmission, whether air, contact or water. This is given, that you can learn by yourself. Now, disease causing microorganisms in animals. So, several microorganisms not only cause disease in humans and plants but also in other animals. For example, anthrax is a dangerous human and cattle disease caused by a bacterium. Foot and mouth disease of cattle is caused by a virus. Disease causing microorganisms in plants. Several microorganisms cause disease in plants like wheat, rice, potato, sugarcane, orange, apple and others. This disease reduces the yield of crops. Means it destroys the high crop production of that particular fruits and vegetables. They can be controlled by the use of certain chemicals which kill the microbes. So here given citrus canker, that is a microorganism, bacteria, and which is transferred from the air. Next plant disease is rust of wheat. Just because of the fungi it can occur, and air and seeds are the mode of transfer. Then yellow vine, mosaic of bindi. Microorganism is responsible, that is virus, and transmitted through the insects. Okay, so this is all about the plants and animal disease. Now we discuss in the next video, that is food poisoning.